Bites of Delights is a magical journey.
A fairy tale in a real world.
Candyland, from here to there, to everywhere.
Rhythm and Bronze is a gamelan ensemble that was formed in 1997. The gamelan isn't something that most Malaysians know about or enjoy. And what we are trying to do is we are trying to create new compositions, and help develop our musicians to play good gamelan music in order to make gamelan relevant to the contemporary Malaysian audience. And we've also created a new method of performing which we call gamelan theatre.
The whole idea of doing Bites of Delights was, we noticed a lot of children actually have lost that passion in creativity. We really wanted them to experience that, have a good show, for them to stand on stage and be proud of who they are and have fun. That is really a missing component. They're too busy with homeworks and schools, and they've forgotten it's so much fun to be on stage. When we were talking about this whole project, we were thinking a small project.
Yeah.
And we would say, okay, let's work with Jumping Jelly Beans because they work with children. I said, okay, so I met Shantini in Coffee Bean, and I just shared this idea about her, whether she would like to be part. And she said, yeah, why not? Let's just do it. So when we met up with Shantini, she said, okay, fine. She will handle the theatre aspect, and Jill will handle the music aspect. So we've got two artistic directors to handle both the whole concept of the whole production.
We started brainstorming in January, and I had to get a director. So that's how I got Gafir involved under Jumping Jelly Beans to do the theatre aspect of it. And he has been wonderful because he has made my life as artistic director very, very smooth.
When I was approached, what happened was very simple. They asked, and I said yes. Shantini actually called me to just discuss some of the projects that we can work on, and she had saved Bites of Delights to the last. So we went through some different projects, and then the minute she mentioned, so we want to do Rhythm and Bronze and Jumping Jelly Beans, children's project, fairy tale, I said, yes.
And then when it came to music, and because Lorna has experience with children, we said, okay, let's call her, because Lorna has played with us before. So we said, oh, okay, let's get Lorna on board.
I was first asked to be in Bites of Delights by Sharmini, and she was a little bit evasive in what she was actually asking me to do. I didn't quite realise she was asking me to be music director, so she was quite sly on that one, because I kind of said, yeah, I'll get involved. I think it was destiny. I'm really, really, really happy that they asked me.
Bites of Delights is a series of 5 short stories. Children are supposed to be storytellers travelling along the spice trail.
We want to take stories that is very Asian. So when we selected the stories, we started adapting it to a certain country.
Bopuluchi, set in Persia. And then there's Tiki Tiki Tembo, set in China. Gopal, the court jester, set in the royal courts of India. And then we have Bawang Putih Bawang Merah, set in Kelantan, Malaysia. And then we have the Golden Goose, set in Japan.
We read a lot of stories. I think we took about 8 stories in the end and adapted all of them to the stage script. And then we read through them over and over again. We took some out, we put another one in, till we finally came upon 4, and then we still were scouring around for the final piece, which I think was Gopal the Court Jester, which was the final piece that we kind of put into it. So it was a long journey, much like the stories themselves, but we had a lot of fun doing it.
The auditions for Bites of Delights took place in April, and they were good fun, actually.
We had about 100 kids who came for the audition, and then they had to go through second call, and finally we picked some kids, and some of them we put them for the music, and some of them we put them for the theatre.
The first audition, wow. It was interesting, and we got to play the gamelan, we got to play dress up.
We basically played a lot of theater games and we do a lot of improvisation, and it gave us a challenge to challenge ourselves and the opportunity to step out of the shadow and be somebody else for a good cause.
When we first came to the audition, we thought that it was going to be really, really scary. Like, they're going to give us scripts and roles, and we're going to read out the roles. But then when we got there, we were surprised to find out that it was fun.
They took about 20 of us into a room and they made us do really, really crazy fun things. And I think that's how they judged us. And I think it was a really good way because we were ourselves completely, because we weren't scared or nervous.